tarot business and attract more clients to your business. If you would like access to this, please click the link in the description, or you can also find it at saljade.com under freebies, and you can also access the replay. So this is perfect for anyone who wants to grow an online tarot business, or even just start an online tarot business and want to know how you can start putting yourself out there and earning income in the short term, and what strategies you need to be employing in the long term to make sure that you've got a business that is going to succeed. So I'm going to start with one of those strategies today. That is something that I mentioned is very simple. It is something that I will freely admit I never did in my online business when I took my business first online about 9 years ago, and I really regretted it. And some of you may hear this strategy and get a little bit intimidated. You may get a little bit like, Sal, that sounds too technical, or that sounds boring. I want to get rich quick scheme that's going to make me money right now as soon as I get off this. But please understand that if you want to grow an online tarot business, if that is your passion, if that is why you are watching this, then like any business, this is not something that is going to take place overnight. This is something that is a combination of you building and growing your income and your strategies. And just like anyone who is running even a bricks and mortar business. So for me, I want to make sure that even if you're, especially if you're starting a business, that you know this stuff up front. And while it may seem a bit confusing and technical, I'm going to tell you how to do it. And also, I want to make sure that if you aren't doing it right now and you're rolling your eyes when I suggest this, please do start doing it and start noticing the difference. So the strategy that most online tarot readers are not doing, which I now do very regularly in my business and I've noticed a huge difference, is they don't track their insights from their social media posts. They don't track their insights from if they've got email lists or from their YouTube channel. They just throw out those offers, and like they might say 2 readings for $25, or pick a card. Like they do these outdated modes of the pick a card. They do all these strategies and put all this time and effort into making posts and making offers and trying to get social media traffic to their social media channels, but they don't go back and reflect on it at the end of the month or the end of the week and see which one of these things actually earned me money or grew my reach. So for those of you who don't know, reach is like how many people engaged with your post, how many people saw your post, how many people commented and maybe became a follower or a subscriber. They don't actually connect their work and effort with the results that come through. And this is a major mistake to be making no matter how far along you are in your online business, because these algorithms that either Facebook or YouTube or emails provide you, I mean, you get that for free. It's a free service. Like some people pay thousands and thousands of dollars to do marketing research to know who to target. Some people put in surveys and things like that, but this is stuff that you get for free every week, every month, every day, that you can actually look and see and cross-reference. And what I mean by cross-reference is you can write it down and you can compare it month by month to see what is getting the most traction and focus on building that, rather than spreading your efforts and your offers across so many platforms and they're not really ever reflecting on maybe why people aren't buying them. Now, those of you who attended the masterclass I did last year, I spoke a lot about how social media groups, like Facebook groups, are no longer getting the reach they used to get. And that is primarily because people are using a lot of outdated modes where they're not getting the reach they used to get, but they're also doing things like putting the links in the comments, and that's not getting them as much reach, so they're having to come up with clever different ways. And because the Facebook algorithm is smarter than us, we're trying to keep ahead of it, but it is, basically making sure that those posts aren't getting the reach, and we then feel like we are failing, and we feel like, oh my God, why am I even signed up for this online tarot business? Why it's so hard? Why can't people just show me how to make money straight away? When actually, it is often that the offer you are putting out there, you're not doing it either at the right time. So you're not looking at the insights that are available in different social media platforms, like in the Meta business thing under your insights, it will tell you the best time and they're not posting at that best time. They're not even researching that. They're not even cross-checking. Or so say what I mean by cross-checking is say post one offer. So say you're doing an offer for like one reading for $50 and you're doing it on your Facebook business page. So post that offer every day for a week at different times with the exact same wording and the same picture and the same money, and see how it compares over a week. So they're not doing that. And if you're not, please know I'm not judging you if you're not doing that, because I never used to do it either. I was, I'll figure this out myself, and I would just keep doing it, and then I'd be like, I'm not making any progress here. I'm not getting any more follows. I'm not getting any more offers. Or follow through to my website or things like that. So I would then feel like I wanted to give up, and I'd sort of, woe is me, and I'd victim myself, or I would blame the internet, or I'd blame all my future clients that weren't seeing my genius. We all do this. Rather than actually just taking a few minutes to, and it can feel confronting, because you might then look and feel like you're a failure, and we don't like to do that. We don't like to look at our, we say you've spent an hour and a half into doing an offer or a YouTube video, and you've gotten nothing from it. You've got no new clients. You've got no new reach, no new subscribers. And you're thinking, I'm wasting my time here. But really it might have been that you either posted it at the wrong time, or, as I said, or it might be that it just wasn't targeting your warmest audience. So I spoke last year, and I'm going to speak in this up-and-coming masterclass that I'm doing that you can access in that description in the link. I spoke a lot about reaching out to your warm audiences, people that will like you and be interested in your offers. And tracking it will teach you who's interested in your offers and who's not interested in your offers. Like, where are you wasting your time? And rather than going in there and trying to push and convert these people who are most likely never going to buy from you, and it might be because they're not looking, like it might be the wrong group, or it might be that they're just, that's not their thing. They don't even believe in that tarot readings or whatever. Like, rather than doing that, you're focusing it on the people that are engaging and that are either opening your emails or are commenting, and you're further nurturing them. And it's almost like you say, okay, this is tried and true, it's working, so go back in and keep nurturing that. Don't just go, well, it didn't work straight away, so it mustn't have worked at all. But if you've got a little bit of engagement, then at least you're getting something and building and growing on that. Now, if you're listening to me right now and that sounds terribly confusing, and you're thinking to yourself, Sal, this just really, this is all gobbledygook to me, I will teach you again how to do these strategies yourself. But what I would like you to start doing in this masterclass, but what I would like you to start doing now is, if you are on social media, if you are on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, or if you're sending out emails, any of these strategies to try to attract people to your offers, I would like you to try and commit for just this month, like just for the next 4 weeks, to going there at the end of the week and checking your insights. If you are posting in Facebook groups, all you need to do is to go in and go back to that offer you made. Say you're in a group and you made an offer for a free reading, or you made an offer for a paid reading. Click the view insight, see who commented, see who liked. Go back and reflect at why. Is this maybe the wrong group for you? Is this maybe because you're not making the right offer? Like, it's too generic. You're just saying tarot readings 2 for $20 or whatever, instead of actually trying to target it with some messaging, like if they're doing a love reading and targeting a bit more niche. Or look at it and say, is it just that is it just that these are the wrong clients for me? Like they're cold audiences, or there's too many other people in this market. So looking at things like that and being just a little bit objective and comparing, and then saying, hey, my strategy for the next month is I'm going to focus a lot more on this. So as I mentioned, though, I did a masterclass last year that some of you might remember, where I went in there and I actually talked about how with the webinar that I was doing, I tracked every single person who signed up for that free offer, and I tracked it through a link. You can do this either through Bitly or with Zoom software. They actually let you do an individual link. And I saw how many people in this group, Tarot Mastery, how many people signed up through this, how many people signed up through my Psychic Healing Hub group, how many through How to Be Psychic, how many through my email, how many through my YouTube, how many through my Instagram. And you might say again, so I don't want to do any of this. This all sounds technical and horrible and hard and boring, and I just want to read tarot. And I understand that, I really do. I was like that too. But through this, I have now learnt so much information about my potential audience and my potential clients. And I have tested this again and again. And this is what it means to work in the online environment. You test your markets. Like if you, say you run a coffee shop in a main street, you test your market all the time. Like if you suddenly discover that people aren't coming in at 5 a.m. for coffees and you're wasting, money on staff at that time, then you stop opening at 5 a.m. That's a really basic thing to do. This is what you can do in your online world. You just go and view those insights. You go and look at your Facebook business page and you go through that meta insights, and or if you're on YouTube, you can either have an insights thing too, who liked it, who commented, and you note it. Check it and keep track of it month to month. Again, sounds like pull my hair out boring, but it will make a difference to where you are starting to spend your attention, because one of the biggest, I don't like the word failings, because it's not a failure, it's actually just a common mistake that people who are running an online tarot business do, is they just throw out offer after offer after offer on social media, and they never go back and reflect at maybe why people didn't buy that offers. They just feel bad about it that someone didn't buy it. So I hope that's helped a little bit. As I said, I've got so much more juicy information for you in this masterclass that's coming up. And you can access it live, or you can get the replay. You can find that information in the description. And if you have any questions for me, please do not hesitate to ask. I know tracking sounds like a boring thing to do, but it will make a huge difference to where you are growing your long-term strategies and income with your online tarot business. Thanks so much, and let me know if you have any questions. And thank you for joining me, people who joined me.